UK seafood ranking plummets. There's urgent action needed to recover ravaged fishing stocks. This is, I would say, a worldwide phenomenon. It's not just the UK. Now, the UK has urgent need for more rigorous management and effective policies to protect seafood resources and the future of the fishing industry around the British Isles, according to what experts are warning. It's because of the way that they're fishing. Now, updated biannually by the Marine Conservative Society, the Good Fish Guide employs a 6-point traffic light-esque scale, and it rates UK seafood based on its level of sustainability. The ratings range from best choice, which is the most sustainable caught or reasonably farmed seafood, all the way down to the fish to avoid. The latter covers seafood around which there are significant environmental concerns, but no credible work underway to make improvements. The Good Fish Guide's rating are based on various factors, and they include environmental impact of the fishing activity, the influence that this has on other marine life, and the volumes of bycatch. It should be noted that individual ratings do not refer to a particular seafood species, but that of a species caught or farmed by the particular fishery. And according to the Marine Conservative Society, 14 ratings have recently been downgraded to the fish to avoid list. They include monkfish from the North Sea and west of Scotland, some sources of crab and lobster, and many species of skates and rays. In fact, most of the latter are now on the avoid list. This has been caused in part, the expert said, by the use of combined catch limits for numerous species, which allows for individual species to be accidentally overfished while still adhering to the regulations. The Marine Conservative Society said management is therefore currently insufficient to protect them from overfishing. But they added that 10 seafood ratings from our waters, they said, have now secured a best choice ranking, including North Sea herring and sardines from the southwest of the UK. Marine Conservative Society Fishery Policy Manager Clara Johnston said, "For a thriving industry, future food security and the health of our oceans, it's crucial that the UK government sees the new opportunities posed by the joint fishery statement and fishery management plans to fix our fisheries." And she said the latest global fish guide ratings, or all new UK ratings are either amber or red rated, illustrate the urgent need for transparency and better management if we're to recover fish stocks in the UK seas. Good Fish Guide manager Charlotte Combs said, "The latest ratings on the Good Fish Guide highlight how better management of UK seas is needed to stop overfishing and protect the wildlife. Right now, there are about 656 ratings available on the Good Fish Guide, with 148 on the best choice list, but there are 161 fish to avoid. With all new UK ratings, to the guide being either amber or red rated, it's clear that they need interventions to turn the fate of the UK seas around." According to the Marine Conservation Society, fish caught in the Celtic Sea, off England and Wales, the Celtic Sea, southwest coastlines, exemplify the challenges faced by UK species. This is where cod, haddock, and whiting typically swim and feed together and thus often end up being together. But the levels of Celtic cod and whiting populations have been determined to be at dangerously low levels, impacting reproduction rates. I mean, this is terrible. Will they go extinct because of overfishing? In fact, scientists have recommended that cod should not be caught in the Celtic Sea and until the population has had time to recover sufficiently. And I love codfish. Now, Celtic haddock, meanwhile, have healthy population numbers but are still being caught at a rate that exceeds scientifically recommended limits. The Marine Conservation Society said, "The more haddock that is caught, the more cod and whiting are caught alongside with it. Management and enforcement measures clearly need improvement to help all three species to reach or stay at healthy levels. Ecosystem-based management looking at all species caught together would address many of these issues." In the wake of the guide finding, Future Fishery Alliance, a collaborative protection between Marine Conservative Society and WWF and RSPB, is calling for government to strengthen the current draft of the Joint Fisheries Statement prior to its publication in November of this year. The statement is intended to set out the overarching policy direction for fishery management and is said to be central to the government's ambition to be a world-leading fisheries management nation and achieve fully sustainable fisheries. The drafting of the statement, the Marine Conservative Society told the news, affords the UK the opportunity to set out much-needed policy improvements to ensure better control of the fisheries. The Future Fisheries Alliance has said that it wants to see the Joint Fisheries Statement time-bound commitments to both recover depleted fish stocks via effective ecosystem-based management and to establish a climate-smart fishery strategy that would incorporate measures to help reach net zero by 2050. They're also calling for urgent and effective action to tackle wildlife bycatch in UK waters, as well as firm commitment to roll out camera-based remote electronic monitoring in vessels, which could provide data on the full impact of fishing on marine ecosystems. And in response, UK government spokesperson said, the Joint Fishery Statement sets our approach for achieving a resilient fishery industry, healthy marine environment. We're consulting on its contents and welcome views from the fishing industry and environment groups to ensure our waters are better protected and fishing sustainable. The Good Fish Guide is published on the Marine Conservative Society website. So as you can see, the problem is the bycatch, overfishing, and of course the depletion of the fish because they can't reproduce themselves. This is by Ian Randall on Express UK. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.